Let's talk about how to pick the best camera settings to shoot in full manual for wildlife photography. Now, the first thing you want to do is open up your aperture. For most wildlife photos, you're going to want that aperture all the way maximum. I'm using an f4 lens, so I'm all the way at f4. So then you can adjust your shutter speed and ISO, and these two are a little finicky. The lower your shutter speed, you can also keep the ISO lower, which is going to mean more detail and less noise in your photos. So ideally, you want it to be as low as possible. But once you get too low, you will find that there may be motion blur in your images. So you need to consider the subject that you're shooting. For this moose that I'm shooting right now who's not cooperating, I know I probably want about 1/250th of a second, or potentially even faster if I'm shooting this handheld, maybe 1/500th. Then I will need to bring the ISO up after that. Now, as the light was changing here, I would continue to drop the ISO if it was getting lighter out, or I would raise the ISO if it was getting darker out, because I know I want my shutter speed at 1/500th, my aperture at f4, but this shutter speed is going to depend greatly on the subject that you're shooting. Now, hopefully that helps. Always make sure that you consider what subject you're shooting and what the ideal shutter speed should be for that subject. Always err on the side of having a shutter speed that's too fast, because it's much better to have a little bit of noise in your images than to have motion blur from when your shutter speed is too slow.